Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Coming up on the program, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu commissions 100 housing units in Ikate. Lamata, CBN inspect Blue Line project and a look at the Badagry Road construction. In a bid to reduce the housing deficit in Lagos, the state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has commissioned another 100 housing units in Ikate Legushi area of Lekki that will cater for more residents in the state.
The Lagos state government is keeping to its words by providing homes for residents and also reducing the housing deficit in the state. Another housing project has been completed at Ikate Legushi Lekki area of Lagos. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu makes his way to the area to commission the project. The modern housing scheme put together by the State Development and Prosperity Corporation consists of 68 terraces of 4 bedrooms and 32 flats of 3 bedrooms.
Before Bayview Estate became what you are seeing here today, I can boldly say that the former state was a far cry from the beautiful edifice and compound that we are seeing. This land was marshy, it was waterlogged, it was swampy, and the typical terrain in this area was such that to this end we would like to acknowledge the massive investment committed by our partner to raise the level, that is Masas Misa Limited, in the substructural element of the estate. He actually had to raise the level of this estate from where it was by about almost 3 meters of sand filling to take it far above all the surrounding spaces here to prevent the problem of flooding. This estate is 100 units, comprises of 32 units of 3-bedroom flats with mid-room and 68 units of 4-bedroom terraces with mid-room as well. The estate is with high quality of finishes. It has fitted kitchen, high quality of sanitary fixtures, other facilities like what we call the community center or the clubhouse. We have water treatment plant, we have generator house. We also have IPP connected to the generator power and the national grid.
Partners of the project are excited about the new scheme.
One of the things that have always been important to us was to benefit our stakeholders, to make sure while the company grew, the people who were involved with the company grew and the societies we dealt with grew. That vision was shared by His Excellency Mr. Governor, who wanted wonderful houses at affordable prices for the people of Lagos State. I thank you for the shared vision, sir. And with that shared vision, we came to this site that we have now, and we had enough water here for someone my height to drown. That was in 2017, July. We signed the contract and eventually moved to site in 2018. We had the challenges that a usual construction company would have along the way. But we had excellent partners who basically stood by us through thick and thin. Our goal was to provide the best houses that we could manage. We tried to do the best by the state, and I hope the people who bought and LSDPC are proud of what we are, as proud as we are of what we have delivered.
And the State Commissioner for Housing says more schemes will be delivered for residents.
I wish to reiterate that in commissioning Bayview Estate, the state government is delivering its 11th housing estate. There are still many others in various stages of completion in several parts of the state. And I'm glad to report that concerted efforts are being made on all ongoing housing projects to bring into fuller reality the resolve of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu to change the narrative in the housing sector for better. it is worthy of note that Bayview Estate is an affordable luxury project, which is a joint venture scheme handled by LSDPC and MISA Limited. It comprises of 68 terraces and 32 flats in this highbrow area. The inclusion of this genre of housing scheme in our portfolio is part of our social inclusion housing policy in ensuring that all classes of inhabitants are catered for by this administration. It's also part of our goal of developing a 21st century economy, that housing development should encompass luxury apartments, as it is the manner in cities of our caliber worldwide.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu emphasizes that the project is designed to provide decent housing for urban dwellers in the highbrow area of Lekki. He also drops the good news about the Ibeshe scheme and others.
For us is to say that we're not about excuses. We're not about giving to all the things that could go wrong. COVID-19 came, we had all of the pandemic, we had a slowdown in the economy, but what we had promised our citizens and our people will continue to ensure that we'll meet those promises. And so, like the commissioner to have said, we've done 11 housing estates in less than 3 years, over 2.5 years that we came into government, right? And we still have a lot more that we're pushing. We should, before the end of next month, be handing over the Ibeshe housing estate. That's a massive, massive, massive project that I'm very, very happy to have also been identified with. LSCPC and Ministry of Housing are pushing that. It's a total of almost 500 units, 480. And at that commissioning, we'll also be laying the foundation for phase 2 of that Ibeshe housing estate. We'll also have the Shongotedo. We're going to be commissioning the phase 1 of Shongotedo. Shongotedo is over 1,000 flats, but the phase 1 of it is over 744 flats. We want to ensure before the end of the year that we also hand over, phase 1 of Shongotedo, which is about 744 units. We'll also have houses that we're trying to complete at Odonosa in Agbowa. That also we're pushing all our contractors to ensure that we complete. And of course, the Undubuse Kano housing estate in Bagada. That also, we just have a little bit of snags here and there to finish. And we're hoping that before the end of this year or early next year, first quarter next year, we also should be able to hand over Undubuse Kano housing estate in Bagada. Because we're in a dynamic environment and we'll continue to work with our private sector developers. So there's so many other private sector schemes that we're jointly working with the organized private sector to be able to have houses that are affordable, that are accessible to our citizens. We'll be using this estate to raise families, to bring up children, and I'm sure they will keep it well.
11 housing schemes have been delivered under the administration of Governor Sanwo-Olu. He's also using this opportunity to assure residents that all local government areas will benefit from the affordable housing scheme.
Now let's talk about transportation. The Lagos State government is making an effort to create alternative means of movement by investing in the rail system. And so, officials of the Central Bank of Nigeria and the State Metropolitan Transport Authority inspect the Rail Mass Transit Blue Line project in Marina to evaluate its progress.
A team from the Central Bank of Nigeria as well as officials of the Lagos State Metropolitan Area Transport Authority are in Marina to monitor and evaluate the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Blue Line project. The CBN, through some banks under the differentiated cash reserve requirement, is providing fund for the completion of the first phase of the Blue and Red Line rail project, hence this inspection.
Also, you come here so you can come on the bus, get here, get into the station and get into the rest. So this is what you're looking at. And
the team's focus is on phase 1 of the project, which is from Mile 2 to Marina, for 13.5 kilometers, and they express satisfaction with the level of work done.
The Central Bank of Nigeria is here to monitor and evaluate progress on the Blue Line project being embarked on by Lagos State government. The Central Bank of Nigeria, through some banks, has provided funding under its DCR intervention to ensure that Lagos State has the right funding for this project. I'm quite impressed with what I see on ground. Lamata has taken us around. We can see the solid structure that is being put in place in Marina. We are confident, based on what we've been shown, that progress has been made. Remember that disbursement of this fund is being done in tranches. So another tranche is due, and as a central bank, we felt it's important that we come and see what is on ground. The quality of work is quite impressive. They've shown us, when they expect it to be complete. They've taken us through some of the technical details. Luckily, I'm an engineer and I can appreciate the amount of work involved. But for me, most importantly, is the jobs that I see. I see people working, Nigerians, young people, either welding, fabricating. There are over 500 jobs on site here. For me, that's a very good takeaway. And there's so many other stations they're working on. So I'm happy, having met some of them, and I can see, I'm pleased with the progress I see on site. The total amount that we have made available for this line is 60 billion. We've disbursed 45 billion. There's another tranche of 15 billion due. So we can see the progress I see matches the disbursements that have been made so far. This is just one of many projects under the DCR. If you recall, as part of our response to the COVID-19 pandemic, we released a 1 trillion intervention under the DCR. So quite a lot, not only infrastructure, but you see mostly in agric, in mining, the couple of cement factories, who have all accessed the intervention. So we do visit, we do embark on monitoring and evaluation just to ensure that the funds are used for the purposes they're meant, and they contribute to output and ultimately economic development. We're funding not only the Blue Line, but we're also providing some funding for the Red Line. And there are 5 other lines that they plan to embark on. This will significantly contribute ease of business, ease of moving people around, more confidence in the economy. A lot of productivity is lost in traffic. You can imagine with the proper infrastructure like this. And for me, very good take home is also it's an integrated, so good use of the waterways. This station has use of the waterways, also has use of the bus lane route.
The Blue Rail Line scheme is expected to run from Okukumaiko to Marina for 27 kilometers with 5 stations in Mile 2, Alaba, Igomu, National Theatre and Marina.
So we're constructing the first phase, or the first operational phase of the Blue Line, which is actually from Mile 2 to Marina. We have 5 stations that are going to be built within this phase. It will be Mile 2, Alaba, Igomu, National Theatre and Marina. So the 4 stations I mentioned earlier have been literally completed. They're about 98% done. This is Marina Station, which is the final station, and like the director from CBN said, this is an interchange station. Marina will actually become very important in the transportation hub of Lagos State, because we will have the Blue Line which will terminate here, we will have the Red Line which will also terminate here, we will have the Green Line that will come from Lekki and terminate in this Marina, and the monorail will also have a station here. So Marina is a major transportation hub, a major transportation interchange. And as the director said, it is also an interchange because every form of transportation will be catered for in Marina. There'll be water, there'll be rail, there'll be road transportation, buses, both BRT, regular buses, and the first and last mile buses will be here. So the vision for the state is that this will be operational 4th quarter of 2022. That is what we're working toward, and as we are on track. One of the major things in any project is having funding, and the support that we have from CBN and the other 3 banks that are supporting us will ensure that we meet our goal and our target. So right now, as part of the funding that we have from Central Bank and the banks, we have 3 rolling stocks, i.e. 3 sets of 4 coach trains. so that when we start, we can start with that. But we're also inviting private sector to come and work with us and be the concessionaire on this, so that they will take over the running of it. And that will mean that we will have more train sets, more coaches will come once the private sector come. But what we have made sure of with the funding from the bank and within Lagos State is to be certain that we have rolling stock, so we will not build infrastructure and not be able to operate. So from the minute we finish this work and we have done the testing and operating, we will be able to move passengers with at least the 3 sets of trains that we have. And each of those trains will move nothing less than 1,000 people, 1,000 passengers, and we can run a train during peak hour, a train every 3 minutes. That is what the signaling system that we have put in place allows us to do.
When completed, the rail line project is projected to commence passenger operations in the 4th quarter of 2022 and boost economic activities in Lagos State.
Still on infrastructure development, the Lagos State government is also working hard to deliver the Lagos Badagry Expressway at the end of 2021, which has been over 10 years. Let's see the level of work achieved.
The Lagos Badagry Expressway is a major road with considerable economic significance, connecting Lagos to Seme border, leading to Benin Republic. Since 2019, the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has paid so much attention on the expressway, just to make commuting a lot easier. The road is beginning to wear a new look, with the casting of Yanoba interchange in progress. The work continues till late at night, and the side of the interchange completed.
We have completed all the road aspects of the road from Masa down to Vaux. So every aspect of the 10 lane is fully completed now. The international road, which links Republic of Benin, is under construction by CCECC. So the features of the road is 10 lane, which by now you can see the 10 lane is almost completed. It's already completed from Masa down to Volkswagen. Now serious work activity is going on from Vaux now to Kokomaiko. So as you can see, our equipment, men everywhere, we are very busy. Our intention is to now complete the remaining aspect of the road from that Volkswagen now to Kokomaiko. We are fully on ground. We are rounding up everything before the end of this year, which is the road aspect of the project. For the bridge, we have several interchange and flyover. So as you can see, the Alakija interchange and flyover, we have finished the flyover since. So the interchange is almost complete, about 95% complete at completion stage now. Then currently the interchange at Yanoba again, that's where we are currently now. And I will take you there now. You will see we are working seriously, launching of beams and many other work activities going on there. Then the flyover again at Yanoba, another flyover again that links Iba Express Road. We are already doing the piling work there now. So hopefully every aspect of the road now we are working, and we hope to finish the road aspect of the project before the end of this year.
The Special Advisor to Governor Sanwo-Olu on Works and Infrastructure, Mrs. Aramide Adeoye, explains what government is doing along the Lagos Badagry Expressway.
We have a couple of 117 projects on the road sector side, as well as 23 on the building side. So altogether, you have about 140 projects that we have in the ministry supervising. And so between last administration and this 140. Across senatorial districts in Badagry, the major one that looks like the elephant in the house is Lagos Badagry Expressway. Lagos Badagry Expressway started in 2010, 2009 into 10. And so it's been done in two segments. There's a lot 1 and then there's a lot 2. So the lot 1 was completed as far back as 8 years ago. That's from Eric Moore up to Festac. The lot 2 is the one that extends from Festac now and is intended to stop and terminate at Kokomaiko. That is what we owe the citizenry. That's what we were determined to do as a state. Beyond Kokomaiko to Seme border, it's the purview of the federal government. This oftentimes has been a lot of mix-up. As a state, we've borne the brunt that people think that why are we so irresponsible that we cannot even finish this, because of the pain and the cry that the citizens, they go through, the snarl of the traffic and all of the bad conditions on the roadway.
But as a government, we're determined and poised to finish that aspect that we're committed to. So where are we? Good question. As at to date, I will tell you that the progress on segment 2 is about 84%, 84 to 85%. The flyover Alakija, so there's a flyover at Alakija bus stop that is being constructed. So we've done a lot of mass casting about a month ago. We did mass casting for the segment, this flyover down. So the next mass pour concrete will take place in another 5 weeks' time, 5 to 6 weeks' time. It's always a 48 hours pouring. When you see those kind of heavy pouring concrete, it tells you that you are getting near close to the end of the project, because then you're at the superstructure level of the bridge. We should be done with those bridges and all of that construction up to Okokomaiko by first quarter of 2022. You will recollect that Mr. Governor did, when we did his inspection on the 1st of January in 2020, he gave a commitment to say, we will try to get to trade fair. We'll finish trade fair by August of 2020, and we'll try to get to Lasu Junction by September of last year. And from that Lasu Junction, we will get to Okokomaiko by this year.
Currently, the project from Erikmo to Mazamaza has been completed. Mazamaza to Agboju also delivered. Agboju to Trade Fair at 80%, while Trade Fair to Okokomaiko is at 85% completion. It's not just the expressway that is receiving attention. Other areas within Ojo have also been rehabilitated, and she says it's all part of the development plan for Lagos.
So Lot 2 was a 6.5 kilometer, and then it was a 6.5 kilometer. It's a dual lane, is a dual carriageway road, and then the phase 2 that we're doing now is about 3.8 kilometers. It also connects back into Lagos Badagry Expressway. What essentially we're doing is we're trying to create parallels to the major arterials. So you don't all have to go on the major roadway. You can bypasses, parallel bypasses behind you. So once there's a gridlock somewhere, you can take those alternatives parallel to the main arterial. So that's essentially what those road projects represent. A couple of other projects that we have in Badagry, we also have roads like we finished Imeke Aradagun phase 2, and then we're on construction of Aradagun Imeke phase 3. We also have Samalekundayo. There are other projects, Samalekundayo. We have Toga Badagry. You have Hospital Road. Hospital Road is a major road where we have the 52-bed hotel. So there's under the hospitality tourism sector, there's a 52-bed hotel that we have. And then, because we are very futuristic, there's no point for you to have an hotel when people cannot even get there. So right from the jetty, we want to allow people to use the waterways, go through those hotels, get the experience, the hospitality experience, and then be able to go on the roadway. So that road that actually goes to that hotel is under construction now. That was flagged off December last year, and it's ongoing as I speak. They make Aradagun phase 2 and phase 3. Phase 2 has been completed. That's the road that leads to the Whispering Pants, also to boost the tourism potential of the state.
The state government says the commitment to deliver the Lagos-Badagry Expressway by December 2021 is still on course. When completed, it will reduce travel time, enhance social-economic activities, link 11 local government areas, and serve as a gateway to more than 5 West African countries.
This is where we call it a day on this edition of Dateline Lagos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay, and please stay safe.